Hello students, this is the reference video of today's online class. So we have discussed 3.3, that is some plants fibers. So first we have discussed of cotton. How does it come, where it grows, and which climate does it need. Okay, have you ever seen made wicks from oil lamps? What do you use for making these wicks? This cotton wool is also used for filling mattresses and pillows. See children, we use cotton to fill the mattresses is nothing but bed which you fill, which you sleep on, that is nothing but mattresses. Okay, we use cotton to fill that, and we used to light the lamp also. Okay, next take some cotton wool, put it apart and look it at its edge. What do you observe? The small thin strands that you see are made up of cotton fibers. So children, cotton wool, you need to take it in your hand and you need to pull it at one end. You can see its edge. What do you observe? That a small thin strands that is used to made up of cotton fibers. That thin strand is made up of cotton fiber. Okay, what does this cotton wool come from? From where does this cotton wool come from? It comes from field. Okay, it grows, we get from plants. So it is grown in fields. Cotton plants are usually grown at places having a black soil and a warm climate. So this soil does not grow in red soil or any brown soil. It will grow only in the black soil, and the climate should be warm. Okay, next, can you name some states of our country where the cotton is grown? So children, can you name some country where this cotton is grown? So you need to find out today. Okay, and the fruit of the cotton plant, that is cotton balls, are about the size of the lemon. After maturing, the balls burst opens and the seeds covered with the cotton fibers can be seen. So children, before the cotton won't comes directly, it forms a ball like structure, it forms a flower like structure. From that, it looks like a lemon size. It is of lemon size. That fruit, that ball get burst means nothing but it opens inside that we can see a cotton fibers can be seen. Have you ever seen a cotton field that is really ready for picking? It looks like a field covered with the snow. You can see in this figure, this cotton field looks like it filled with the snow. Okay, so children, if you have not seen real fields of cotton, you can search in Google also. You can see many fields of cotton. From these balls, cotton is usually picked by hand. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combining. This process is called ginning of cotton. So children, after picking a cotton from the cotton plant, what they do, after they separate the fibers, okay, fibers from the seeds. Okay, seeds they throw it off, then the fiber they keep to make a fabric. Okay, so the separation of the fiber from seeds by combining this process is nothing but ginning of cotton. Okay, please underline this line children. The fibers are then separated from the seeds by combining. This process is called ginning of cotton. Ginning was traditionally done by a hand. These days machines are used for a ginning. So normally in the olden days they used to do with the hands, and nowadays their technology has become more. They have started using machine so that the process get completed easily. Okay, you can see this lady is separating a fiber from the seeds. Next comes jute. Where this jute fabric comes from, that they have given us. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem or the jute plant. It is cultivated during the rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. So where does this jute comes from? It is obtained from the stem of the jute plant and it is cultivated. Cultivated means they start leaving seeds in the soil is nothing but a cultivating. They cultivate during only a rainy season, okay, not in the summer season or okay. So they cultivate only during the rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in where? It is grown in West Bengal, that comes in Bihar and Assam. Okay. This jute plant is normally harvested when it is at the flowering stage. So when this jute is harvested during a flowering stage. So this is very important, children. When the jute plant is harvested, so during the flowering stage they harvest the jute stem. Okay. Next, harvesting. What happens? The stem of the harvested plant are immersed in a water for a few days. So they keep this jute stem in a water for a few days. Why they keep for a few days? Because fibers can easily separated by hand. The stems are not the stems rot and fibers are separated by hand. Okay, so the keeping the stem in a water for a few days, it will be helpful for us to separate the fibers from that. Okay, to make a fabric, all these fibers are first converted into yarns. To make a fabric, what we do? We all separate the first we convert fabrics to yarns, then only it will be easy to make a fabric. So what happens? First, jute will be obtained from the stem of the jute plant, then it is cultivated during a rainy season. Okay, when it will be harvested, it will be harvested during the flowering stage of the jute plant. After harvesting, the stem of the jute plant is immersed in a water for a few days. Why they keep in a few days in a water? So that it will be easy to separate the fibers from that. Again, after that, what they do? They convert fibers, okay, into yarns. Why they convert fibers into yarn? To make a fabric. Okay, this is the simple way to learn. Next, that is spinning cotton yarn. So next they have given us two processes of making yarns from the fabric, that is nothing but spinning. The process of making yarn from the fibers is called spinning. So spinning is nothing but the process of making yarns from the fibers. Okay, what are the devices they use to make a yarn? The simple device used for spinning is a hand spindle. They use hand spindle, that is nothing but takli. And another hand operated device used for spinning is charaka. So this charaka was popularized by whom, children? It is popularized by Mahatma Gandhi ji. As the part of the independence movement, he encouraged people to wear clothes made of homespun yarn termed as a khadi and imported cloth made in the mills of Britain. So this type of clothes the Gandhiji has encouraged us to wear. Which type of cloth? Khadi clothes, okay, which is very good for our skin. And to popularize and promote khadi, the Government of India constitution a body called Khadi and the Village Industries Commissions in 1956. And what he has done, he has popularized and promoted. Why he has promoted? So that everyone should come to know about the material, about the fabric of the khadi to wear. Okay, so after spinning, yarns are used for making fibers. So after the yarns are spinned in this charaka, in this device, so it will be easy us to make a fabric. Next comes yarn to fabric. There are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarns. The two main processes are weaving and knitting. So which are the two main processes again to convert yarns to fabric? So that is weaving and next is knitting. What is this weaving? The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is nothing but weaving. Let us try to weave some paper strips. So children, in the activity 1, I have said how to separate the yarns from the fabric. Okay, after the separation of yarns, you maybe have seen the two strands. They have the two sets of strands they have twisted to make a fabric. Okay, you need to observe each and everything, and they have given us activity 5. This activity we shall do in the offline class. So I will help you all children to do this. So next is knitting. Have you noticed a few sweaters are knitted? Have you seen your grandmas making the process of knitting? They make sweaters with the help of woolen ball. Okay. So only with the help of single yarn used to make a piece of fabric. See, they have taken a single yarn here. You can see this single thread. What they do, with the help of that they make a piece of fabric. Okay, have you ever pulled a yarn from the torn pair of socks? Children, have you pulled? If you pull, you can see each and everything gets spoiled. Your socks will get spoiled. If you pull a single thread, everything, the stitch will go. Okay, that type of yarn is nothing but that is made of woolen. Okay, socks and many other clothing items are made of knitting fibers. Okay, knitting fabrics. Knitting is done by the hand and also on machines. Knitting is done by hand, you can see here, and it is done also as well as in the machines. Okay, next they have given us the history of clothing materials. History of clothing materials, in this whole paragraph they have given us, in the olden days people used to wear clothes which are made with the leaves and also with the animal skin. Okay, that kind of people used to wear. But now after the days passes and the year passes, the people started stitching the clothes and making a different varieties of clothes. Okay, so they are saying that now the people are wearing different types of fabrics which are very variety to see and look also. Okay, and next they are saying then unstitched piece of fabric also they use, as how sari they use as a lungi and also as a dhoti. They use unstitched fabrics which are not stitched. The dresses we wear, that is stitched, but in the same way the saris and lungis which are not stitched, that is nothing but a unstitched fabric. That piece of material also people will use in a different way. Okay, I want everyone to draw this block diagram, that is cotton rolls. From after that what we do, ginning, we get fiber. After we get fiber, we do spinning, we get yarn. With the yarn we do fabric. Simple. I want everyone to write this process because it will be easy for us to know how we get fabric. See, we get cotton rolls from the fields or the cotton plants, and after that what we do ginning. After ginning what we do, we get fiber. We separate fibers from the seeds, and after spinning we get yarns. Okay, spinning is done with the help of the device. Okay, which is that device? Charaka, which will be helps us to get the yarn easily. After getting a yarn, knitting and weaving. Weaving is nothing but we twist the two strands of yarn together to make a fabric. Simple. I want everyone to draw this because this is the simple way to understand all the topics. Okay, we have completed today this chapter. Okay, fiber to fabric, we have completed the third chapter. I want everyone to read whole chapter and try to solve the questions. If you have any doubts, we shall discuss in the online class.